Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, Teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Hope everyone is having a good Yom Chamishi thus far, as we ask to please continue davening for Chalei Tzva Agana Yisrael, or for Shalom L'chol Petzuei Yisrael, and a safe return of our hostages. We dedicate our learning to Nishmas, Seren, Daniel, Shimon ben Rav Dron Vasheli Shem Yikam Damo, and somewhere along the line, I don't know how it happened, but just looking at the client that we use for uploading, etc., we just sort of unnoticed to me, we passed 400 episodes. Hard to believe, 400. We're well over that now, and thousands and thousands of downloads. Thank you, everyone, for taking part in our learning, and every piece of Torah, every word of Torah that we could spread to the greater audience, obviously, is a greater Kiddush Hashem, and as Rav Melamed always writes about bringing the light into the world and the greatness of Hashem into the world, and that was the whole goal why when he encouraged me to do this, it's one of the reasons is that we just want to make sure that as many people have access to Torah as possible in every way possible. So thank you so much for your support, and let's keep it going for another 400 and another 10,000 downloads and whatever it might be. Anyway, the next chapter is Minhag di Eved, about how do we daven mincha Maariv today? B'kilo shonos nogali spala mincha v'arvis b'retzifos. In many, or in several, or in a few, depending how you want to read that, congregations, the custom is to daven mincha Maariv together. We always call it that. It's called, what time is minyan today? Mincha Maariv is today. So mincha Maariv today here in Livingston, New Jersey is at 4:25. Bein plag ha-mincha l'tzeitz ha-kochavim. Many people do it between plag ha-mincha and tzeitz ha-kochavim. Sometime between, again, that hour and a quarter before sunset and nightfall. B'tekufas harishonim nogu kach b'ikar b'Ashkenaz, b'tekufas ha'achronim b'ikar b'Sfard. In the period of the Rishonim, this was done mainly in Ashkenaz, in Germany, in those areas, and in the Acharonim, later on, it was in Sfard in Spain. V'rabim miknoli Yisrael hiksho min hagam v'ishtadlu levatlo. And many great figures in Israel and the history of our people, they looked askance at this minhag, and they tried to get rid of it. Sharihu minig shesosor es atzmo, because this is a contradictory one. Shehol v'yispala mincha achar plag mincha kedas chachamim. Once you're davening mincha after plag, according to the chachamim, efshal yispala b'os hazman arvis kedas Rabbi Yehuda, then you can't daven Maariv at the same time as Rabbi Yehuda, as we said yesterday. V'roi likboy shir Torah be'mincha l'Maariv aydei kach yizku lahosei pelim b'Torah v'kamos tfilas arvis bizmana. What they said is that you should wait until Maariv is at the Zman, have a shir, learn Torah, whatever it might be. Ulam hora acharonim shebamakom shahamtana ad achar teisa kochavim tigrom lefizur mispalim levitul tfilas arvis. The Chachamim realized, so again, let's take our ofek, where we are, where if we were to finish at sunset, we would have to wait 42 minutes to daven Maariv, so then nobody would stick around. If that's the case, the Chachamim realized that if they would have difficulty in achieving a minyan and having Maariv with a minyan, so then we could be lenient, and you could daven Maariv right after mincha. And of course, provided that everyone should say Shema after nightfall. A very long footnote here as well. We're just going to kind of go over it begadol afterwards. An individual that normally davens according to the Chachamim, which is Arvis Achar Teisa Kochavim, Maariv after nightfall. And he appears and he finds himself in a place where they're davening in a different sense. Mincha v'Arvis b'Retifus lefnei Teisa Kochavim, they're davening both before Teis. Yesh omrim she'odav she'yispal limahem k'dei lispal b'minyan. Some say better to daven with a minyan. V'yesh omrim she'yosu tov she'yishmar al minhago v'yispal limahem mincha b'minyan. Some say it's better that he should follow his custom, daven with them with a minyan from mincha. Haval arvis yispal b'chidus achar tzeis hakochavim, and Maariv you should daven after tzeis hakochavim. The footnote here again in number 7, he adds avolim hispalo mincha lefnei plaga mincha yispalo arvis im kriyash mar b'choseh b'minyan v'yachzor likor kriyash mar achar tzeis hakochavim. But if they daven mincha before plag, and then Maariv was after plag, that he certainly could do as we saw yesterday. So let me just, and it's very, very confusing what happens, and I'll just give you our practice to give you an understanding, is that the way we do it here in America, again, in Israel, it's much different because in Israel, it's much easier to wait to daven mincha after Tzeitzei Kochavim. The Bein Hazmanim, I'm not Bein Hazmanim, I mean Bein Hashmashos. Bein Hazmanim people have a difficulty davening altogether. That's the period when there's no yeshiva and it's vacation, so you have to worry about davening altogether. I meant Bein Hashmashos, in the twilight, after sunset until nightfall. In Israel, it's something like 13 minutes. So it's very easy to wait that period of time. But here, so what we do is, most of the year, if we're davening, let's say today we're davening at 4:25, and Shkia is at 4:39, which means sunset is 4:39, but Tzeis is going to be 5:20 something. So we're not waiting until 5:20 something to Daven Maariv. We'll daven Mincha, we'll finish before 4:39, we will learn, and guess what, by the way, between Mincha and Maariv, we learn Peninei Halacha. Little secret there. We're learning the laws of brachos. So if we learn and then we finish the learning after sunset, so that Maariv is at least after sunset. That's how it works here in America, and that's how many, many, many shuls do this. In the summertime, we make sure that we finish Mincha before Plag HaMincha, and then after Plag HaMincha, we daven Maariv. But we'll never do both. You can't have both Mincha and Maariv between Plag and Shkia, because then you're taking the best of both worlds. The only exception to that might be sometimes on the early Shabbos in the summer that you run into that gray area where you're davening Mincha and Maariv between Plag HaMincha and Shkia. And it's confusing, but just trust me, the schedulers know what they're doing, and we just want to give you an understanding of how this structure works. And it's unique because we have a machlokas that does not have a clear-cut winner or a clear-cut psak, and it's unusual that we have the opinion that says you want to do kedahachi, you want to follow this one, you could follow that one, and even switch off on occasion, as we have seen. But in any event, we just want to share the halacha. Thank you so much again for listening. Please continue davening for Chal Yitzvah and Yisrael, for Shlem L'chol Petzua Yisrael, safe return of our hostages, Lili Nishmat, Sarah and Daniel Shimon, Rav Drum, Michelle, Shem Kum Damo. Thank you so much for listening again. Have a great day. We'll see you here next time.